future workforce, and I'm not talking about when machines and robots do our jobs and we're going to work in jetpacks, but 8 to 10 years. What does our workforce look like, and what can we do to help us get there? One of the biggest changes is even more diversity in the workplace, even more than what we see right now. There are two main areas we're going to see this in. One is generational, and one is cultural. Generational. We've heard, since we've gotten to this conference, and for how long now, about the skills gap. We don't have enough people to do the jobs that need to be done. So employers want their current employees to stay. They're staying longer and longer. Those current employees have longer life expectancies. They have to work longer. They have to pay into their retirement longer. So they are staying in the workforce because they have to and because their employers need their skills. For the first time ever, we will have 4 generations side by side in the workplace. So that's a 60-year span working right next to each other in the workplace. Technology also makes diversity even more important. Technology makes the globe local. So you may not be working in the same room with somebody who speaks a different language, but probably you will be virtually. And technology changes everything we do, not just diversity, but as tablets and smartphones become more and more powerful, we can do our jobs from anywhere. We don't have to be tied to the office. We don't have to go in 8 to 5, and that's when we do our job. We can do it from anywhere. This changes what our office looks like. This changes how we connect with our coworkers. Teamwork is really important, but we're going to have to change how we do that teamwork. Also, machines will do more and more. Technology will do more of those tasks, those repetitive tasks. This has been happening over the last 100 years. It will happen even more over the next 8 to 10 years. We don't need all those people doing those low-skill jobs. Technology creates data, 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 data. We need people who can store it, who can sort it, and who can analyze it. And then use that data to help move us forward. What do we do with all that knowledge? So the question is then, what do we do? If all that's changing and that's what it looks like, how do we get there? I think that employers and employees together have a responsibility to move us forward. Employers are really important. Their workforce is changing. The people they manage are changing. We have, on the one end, those older workers who are staying in the workforce longer. Employers have to figure out what's important to them. Is it health? Is it retirement? How do we keep those, attract those employees, those older workers, and how do we retain those older workers? On the other end, you have millennials who don't want to be in the office 8 to 5. They want their work-life balance, life-work balance, all together. They want to do their personal life while they're at work and their work life while they're at home, and you have everybody in the middle. Employers also need to work on technology. They have to stay up with it. As technology does more and more of the work, if employers aren't keeping up with it, they'll get left behind. They can't stay competitive. Employers also have to invest in their employees. They have to train them. They have to train them to be lifelong learners, to continue to advance in their skills, and they also have to invest in formal training for their employees. That may be tuition reimbursement or other ways. Employers also have to be like a dating service. They have to figure out how to match the employees with their employer culture. It can't just be who can do the skills I need right now, but how do I get people who can fit into my culture and continue to grow in those skills. Employees also have a huge responsibility in this. If they're going to stay competitive in the workforce, they have to change how they're doing work. It means that they have to stay up to date with everything, just like the employers do. They need to join trade associations. They need to read journals. They need to continue to grow their skills. Employees need to be comfortable with technology in their personal life so they can translate that into their work life. We also, as employees, need to have social intelligence. All of that diversity means that we need to be able to communicate with people who are different from us. Generationally, culturally, we have to know how to build those teams and move forward together. Employees also need to grow. They need to grow in their own skills. We know those skills are changing, so you have to change with them. But we also need to expand beyond our own discipline and gain skills so that we can cross lines and work with people to come up with solutions. If you're interested in this, there's a great study called the Future Work Skills 2020 done by the Institute for the Future. I'd highly recommend it, and thank you.